welcome back to the channel and welcome back to another UFC fight prediction video. In this video, we'll be predicting the full card of fights for UFC 296, Edwards versus Covington. But before we get into the prediction, I'm going to do a quick recap of last week's card. So as far as I go, last week I did rough start, good ending. The parlay didn't hit, the public parlay, but by no means will I ever say this is the lock easy parlay. That just a suggested parlay to throw out there, and I'll throw a little bit on it, but it's not my main event. So I did great last week as far as betting, especially outside of MMA. I put like $300, $400 on Devin Haney to win. So, and I have put that in a couple weeks in advance. So, I did a good week. So I
Hell
was
yeah.
ahead of the game with that one. But as far as the parlay, yet again the public parlay didn't hit. But outside that, I'm happy with the card. No, something was foreseeable, but yeah, I'm happy with the card. But I do want to have to stop the streak of bad public parlays, the little video parlay. But it was a pretty good week. And yeah, 7-4. I think I had like 3 wrong on the prelims and like 1 wrong on the main card. And I think that's 2 weeks in a row where I had kind of rough prelims but solid main card. But yeah, stay in the positive and just keep going forward. I'm happy with the card, and that's all I can say. So 7-4, positive, rough start, great ending. And as far as overall bets, I was positive. So, pretty good positive, not just a little positive, pretty good positive, pretty hefty positive. So that's good for me. But how'd you do, Nick, bets?
Man, I killed it as well. The public parlay, I kind of went nuts. I was like, here, take, everybody I think is gonna do well and make some money off of it. And that didn't happen, but like you said, I did hit pretty cleanly off last week. It was a great week for me. I feel really bad that the public parlay didn't hit because I do try to make that happen. But those are just people I think are gonna easily win. But Nasserat, he came round one and I did over 1.5, and then there was one more that I did either the opposite or over 1.5. So it was a great week outside of that. I'm gonna try this week to make sure that people can make some money. I think there's 3 fights on this card where they're not even the main event or the co-main event, and I think they're guarantees. So I'm gonna shoot that this week and work off of next week not doing right. But I went 8-3. You went 7-4, right?
Yeah, 7-4.
Yeah, I saw you put online that Park could have won that, and everybody was like, who knows who it's going to. I knew just by the amount of control that Muniz had that he was gonna get it, and he did. But outside of that, we saw pretty much everything identical. And like I think you as well thought that Park was gonna put in a little bit more work when it came to not letting Muniz take him down and keep him down, and that's kind of what I saw happening. And I thought maybe he might get a decent enough choke on him to win, but outside of that, bro, we saw everything identically. And I think too the difference is like Park was this up and comer who looks like he's just getting the job done no matter where he goes. And but I like that fight. I think it gave a lot of character to both people and allowed them to prove themselves that one couldn't get defeated and the other couldn't, defeat completely someone. So it was a dope card though. This card gonna be nuts. Like I can't wait for this card, bro. Like I don't know who I want to win, Leon Edwards or Colby Covington, just because Donald Trump's coming, and I'm not like super Donald Trumpy, but like the way gas prices are, like I kind of miss not having good gas prices. And the Brandon Royval, like I don't know who's gonna win that. That's going not to go the distance for sure. But Shavkat, Tony Ferguson, Patty Pimblett, Josh Emmett, Bryce Mitchell, man, this card's gonna be lit. So yeah, let's jump right into the card.
All right, so first fight on the card we have in the welterweight division, we got Randy Brown versus Muslim Salikov. And how I feel about this one right here is I'm going average confidence.
Yo, pause.
That fight got canceled. That's crazy.
Bro, with the time that we were talking, bro.
That's crazy. Let me refresh. But yeah, if it's canceled, it's canceled. I'll go back and predict it or post it somewhere else if it does come back on. But anyway, if that's canceled, next fight we got in the heavyweight division, we got Shamil Gaziev versus Martin Buday. And I feel low confidence for Shamil Gaziev to beat Martin Buday. Honestly, not super impressed with Shamil Gaziev. I feel like his cardio looked very questionable in a 2-minute fight. But I think he has more upside. I feel like Martin Buday just a hanger on. He's just a wall installer and not really all that effective. I don't think he does that well when he tries to lean on guys his side. So I think Garcia will be able to, negate that wall install and be able to land the heavier shots and be able to put him out. But I don't think it'll be the prettiest fight, but I think this fight he gets the job done. I think he's able to find those clean shots and put him out in the second round. It's heavyweight MMA. All it takes is one good shot, and it's the man that's looking to throw the heat versus the man that's looking to lay on him. He get that space, he'll find that shot, he'll put it on Buday's chin, then he'll put Buday out. So in this one, I have Shamil Gaziev via second round TKO. Now over to Nikki Betts.
Yeah, I saw that Gaziev is plus 115. I got him when he was 120, so he keeps creeping down, and I don't want to lose him as far as the bets go. I think that he does great things in the first 7.5 minutes. So I think he could get this done, and I think Martin Buday could get it done. So the way I'll lean this one, I think will make the most sense when I pick my parlay. But I see Gaziev getting it done. I think Buday does stall. I think that was a perfect reflection of how he is when he's in the cage. And I think if someone as good as Gaziev, and I think Gaziev is, a huge up and coming heavyweight who is gonna just barrel through everybody like Derek Lewis. I think he's the equivalent of the Russian Derek Lewis. Like he can box, but he can also probably wrestle if he has to. So I wouldn't be surprised if Martin Buday got it done, just because of his record and just because of what he's done while he was in the cage. But I see Gaziev getting it done. I'll lean Gaziev in this one. So my official pick is Shamil Gaziev.
All right, cool. Now to our next one. We have in the featherweight division, we got Andre Fili versus Lucas Almeida. And how I feel about this one right here is I'm going average confidence Andre Fili to beat Lucas Almeida. Andre Fili, he's always ready to disappoint you, always susceptible to, just lose upset fight. But I'll lean him here to beat Lucas Almeida. I feel like he can mix in his wrestling against Almeida when he needs to. I feel like he can outstrike Almeida when he needs to. I just feel like he's the better overall mixed martial artist, and I think experience will be a big factor. Definitely, average confidence ain't, I'm gonna put a good chunk of money or even really play this one, but it's a fight Andre Fili should win, and I think he will win. Yes, the main area where Almeida will be dangerous, or really the only area will be on the feet, but Andre Fili has plenty of experience with some high-level guys that he'll know how to navigate this one, and it's not like Almeida's so tricky with what he does. So I think he'll be able to beat him and be able to address what Almeida brings. And I think he beats Almeida in a decision victory. So in this one, I have Andre Fili via decision. Not over Nick Betts.
Yeah, I think you couldn't have put it more perfectly with the Andre Fili he comes to either surprise or be surprised. I think when it comes to Lucas Almeida, I think he can get the job done. That's just my thoughts on it. I think again the odds prove perfectly like Andre Fili minus 170, Lucas Almeida 145. I think at some point either fighter can take over and make the fight their own. I think the odds reflect that. So I'll lean Andre Fili. I won't bet this one, but I will enjoy watching it to see what Andre Fili brings and see if Lucas Almeida can, do something in his division. So in this one, low confidence, no bet, Andre Fili.
All right, cool. Now to our next one. We have in the flyweight division, we got Tagir Ulanbekov versus Cody Durden. How I feel about this one right here is I'm going low confidence Tagir Ulanbekov to beat Cody Durden. Cody Durden does have a very live dog shot to win this one right here. I don't think he's that big of a dog or should really be a pick'em fight. But the reason I ultimately can't lean to Cody Durden here, why I'm leaning to Tagir Ulanbekov, is because Cody Durden really doesn't have a track record of really beating solid wrestlers, especially not in a full-out fight. Now, he lost to Mukayev. He lost to Jimmy Flick, who was Flick really like a submission grappler, but yeah, pretty much like he don't really have a track record of being a like solid wrestler. Like he beat Charles Johnson. Charles Johnson is a wrestling liability. He's liable to get laid on. Like even against jiu-jitsu guys, he's liable to get laid on. Hard to finish, but liable to get laid on. Um, he knocked out oh, he just beat Jake Hadley. Jake Hadley, we saw in the Nascimento fight, liable to get laid on. So he hasn't really beat no one that, stylistically, he doesn't have at least some type of advantage on him in that case. I can't see him going out there and land on Tagir Lubekov whole fight. I can see him going out there and maybe ending a decision, which is definitely possible. That's something, whether he truly wins it or not, like kind of like similar to how Tim Elliott beat Tagir Lubekov. Was a very close fight. And Tim Elliott did do a couple of cheating tactics. He did grab the cage a couple times in that fight. But like that's not me. I'm just stating the obvious or stating the facts. But yeah, I can see it have been a close fight. But yeah, I just don't see the track record on during the side. It's not like he had a real competitive fight. It's not like he had a competitive fight with Mokaev. Mokaev with flying knee, then got him in a submission like that. So it's not like he had a track record. Oh, I went 15 minutes and it was back and forth, or like a Usman versus Covington fight. It was not no close competitive fight. So his track record just not there for me. And I think Gary Lubekov should be able to find the neck on the price, submit him in like second round. But very close fight, very competitive fight. But I think Cody Durden's gonna start to slow down, make mistakes, especially when he's not getting the takedown like he wants. And the fight's not going as smoothly as he wants. He's gonna make mistakes. And I think Tagir capitalized on that mistake, gets that exposed neck, taps him out second round. So in this one, I got Tagir Ulanbekov via second round submission. Now over to Nikki Betts.
Yeah, this one, man, it's hard for me to call because I got a lot of faith in Cody Durden to pull a rabbit out of his hat, but I don't know how this fight goes. I think Cody Durden could definitely, number 15, pull off, the upset. He's coming off a win. His record isn't too bad, 16-4, 21 fights total. To Gears, 16 fights. Will those 5 fights be to his benefit to make him be able to last a little bit longer and do a little bit better? I don't know. I'm gonna go Cody Durden in this one. I see 1,000% why you picked Tagir, but I think it's good to have a little competition and people's thoughts, and I do think Cody Durden can get it done. And you even said that you're like, this could be an upset, but I think it's worth taking a little bit of a risk and going with Cody. I think Tagir can put him in places where Cody doesn't thrive and do well, and make it so that he wins after 15 minutes. But I'm excited to watch. I'm excited to see what both boys do in the ring on Saturday. So yeah, on this one I got Cody Durden. Very low confidence. I think Tagir can get him as well. But yeah, my official pick is Cody Durden.
All right, cool. Now to our next one. We have in the light heavyweight division, we got Alonzo Menifield versus Dustin Jacoby, and how I feel about this one right here. I'm going low confidence Dustin Jacoby to beat Alonzo Menifield. Alonzo Menifield just like a massive talent, but he's up there in age. I just don't think he's fully ever going to maximize that potential. And to really get to the point with this prediction right here, I just feel like I would want Menifield to do more things that he's capable of, but has not shown. And I don't really lean to what you're capable of, especially this far into your career and this up far in age. I think like 35, 36, he's mid-30s. It's not like he's 25 or nothing like that. You can kind of lean, oh, he's 25, he's on 20, 26, he's on the track. So I can expect him to do this. I can expect him to do that. But when we reach here, like, if you haven't done it, I can't really expect you to do that. And so far, he has not really fought with a wrestling approach against a credible opponent and been able to wrestle them for 15 minutes or wrestle and submit them. The only guy he's able to really took down and submitted was Osmond, whatever Mirza Khan, or whatever that dude's name is. And that was clearly a fraud. Turned from like a featherweight to a super heavyweight when he juiced up. Clearly a fraud. He took him down and submitted him. But he had to get someone significant. And Jacoby has solid enough wrestling defense. A veteran in the game. He knows how to stuff takedowns. He knows how to get back up his feet. And when you really look at most of Alonzo Menifield game, he's not the most polished striker. He got some heavy hands, but he's not really a super technical striker. So he got the power. But I feel like Dustin Jacoby should be able to address the power. I feel like Jacoby should be able to address the wrestling. The little bit that he will do, maybe go for like 3 takedowns maximum. Maybe at most he might be able to get around or 2 minutes of control time. But again, I don't see enough from him in those aspects that I could lean to midfield. Always the punch chances available. And I feel like General KO probably gonna be around the same as I don't know, probably gonna be a good value, probably around plus 100 or something with this one. But yeah, I'm rapping too much. I just think he doesn't check all the boxes. That's simple as I say. He does not check all the boxes, so he's gonna end up playing in Jacoby's wheelhouse. Jacoby's a glory kickboxer, and I think he's gonna outstrike him. So yeah, I think he's gonna strike him. I think that's what's gonna happen, and I think he beats him in a decision victory. So in this one, I have Dustin Jacoby via decision, not over to Nikki Betts.
Yeah, I'm definitely leaning Dustin Jacoby in this one. Um, I think everybody's kind of on the same page. Number 15 versus number 14. I think Dustin Jacoby has proved himself that he can withstand pressure. It's a very low confidence. I could see where Alonso may improve and flourish. But he's getting TKOs and so is Justin Jacoby. So I think these boys are probably going to see this fight happen on the feet. I do want to sprinkle a little bit of money on the fight in one perspective, but I'm just going to lean money line Dustin Jacoby, but I might also do Alonzo Menifield in a different parlay just to see if it happens, but that's not going to be my official parlay. So yeah, in this one, I'm leaning Dustin Jacoby via probably a decision.
All right, cool. Now to our next one. We have in the women's flyweight division, we got Casey O'Neill versus Ariane Lipski in the hospital about this one right here. I'm going average confidence. Casey O'Neill to beat Ariane Lipski. I feel she has all the tools, but it is definitely not a case of where Casey O'Neill concerns me because I feel she has all the tools, but will she use all the tools or does she truly check off all the boxes? And like that's where that box I'm concerned about is her wrestling offense that good or is her takedown offense that good that she, you could comfortably trust her to get the takedowns, to take it to the mat, which I think she'll have a clear advantage. And that's the issue. If she strikes too long, this is definitely be a fight where Ariane Lipski can upset and maybe even upset big and might finish her. Like that's a big concern. But I'm trusting her enough, average confidence, trusting her enough, to get it done. I think she'll be able to mix all her skill sets together, striking, grappling, make the threat of the takedown, immediate and make it forever present in the fight. So it keeps Ariane Lipski a little bit hesitant when she strikes, like those off her commitment to strikes, which will allow Casey O'Neill to get her strikes going more and gain some confidence on the feet. And once she start finding success on the feet, that will open the takedown, vice versa. Takedown attempts going to make her a little bit gun shy. Lipski, which will allow her to strike, which will allow O'Neill to strike some more. O'Neill starts landing some clean strikes and get something to go on the feet. Then Lipski's got to respect it, and that opens up takedowns, and vice versa. And I think she'll be able to mix it up, probably get her down late or mid first round, wear her down. The second round, get her around early, mid, or second round, and then really start to work and find that submission in the second round. So in this one, I got Casey O'Neill via second round submission. Not over to Nikki Betts.
Here we go, boys. I just got my over 1.5 on my betting site, so I'm excited. I don't know where this fight goes. I think both fighters are mid at best. They're not something that I'm super excited about. I mean, Ariana Lipski's really pretty, but it's not even about that. It's just about like my excitement for the fight, and I'm excited to see Irene Aldana come back. Like that's something I'm excited to see. Number 5 get against number 9 Cara Rosa. But I don't know where this fight goes. Casey O'Neill's 9-1, Ariana Lipski 16-8. One's coming off a win, one's coming off a loss. It's just it's not like something that I've been looking forward to all week. I watched my tape on UFC Fight Pass. That's where I watch all my tape. But nothing about the tape impressed me. I watched as many fights as I could, but I didn't really find anything super appealing about either fighter. She lost to Cachoeira Ariana Lipski. I think, that Capoeira is a good fighter, but I just don't know where this fight goes. I can't give you an honest prediction and sit here and say, I know where this fight's gonna end. You know, their average fight time's 12 minutes, 16 seconds to 11 minutes, 9 seconds. And it might not even go to that. They have, you know, a lot of TKOs, a lot of subs. So this fight isn't super predictable to me. But I will watch it. I will hopefully learn something from each fighter. I'll lean Ariana Lipsky, but Casey O'Neill will probably get the W. So don't bet on this is what I'm saying. But I will enjoy watching it. I love watching every fight of the night. So in this one, I got Ariana Lipsky, low confidence, no bet.
All right, cool. Now on to our next one. We have in the bantamweight division, we got Cody Garbrandt versus Brian Kelleher. And how I feel about this one right here is I'm going average confidence Cody Garbrandt to beat Brian Kelleher. And the point, to get to the point with this one, I feel like yes, you always got to be concerned about Cody Garbrandt's chin, but I feel like Brian Kelleher is just too straightforward with his shot. So it's like I feel like even Cody Garbrandt will be able to see them and he'll be able to be faster, beat him to the punch. Brian Kelleher is pretty much mostly a head hunter. It's not like no real setups, not no calf kick, nothing really tricky about his game or annoying about his game. Again, it's gonna be stuff that Cody Garbrandt can see. And as far as the grappling, that Kelleher may or may not have advantage, and I don't think that's going to be relevant unless the case of Garbrandt gets hurt, and then when you get hurt, the whole thing flips on his head, and then you could be susceptible to getting submitted, susceptible to anything. But yeah, I think Cody Garbrandt should be pretty good here. I think he'd be the much more technical fighter, the much more faster, fleeter-footed. Every speed advantage goes to Cody Garbrandt, and I think he should be able to beat him to the punch, take advantage of how one track Brian Kelleher is, neutralize his takedowns if he even goes for those, and just really mix them up. And I think he puts them out in the first round. So in this one, I have Cody Garbrandt via first round TKO. Now over to Nikki Betts.
I'm leaning Cody Garbrandt. I think I couldn't have said it better about Brian Kelleher. I think that, you know, like the fight between Izzy and Sean Strickland, I think anything can happen. I think Cody could get, you know, outmaneuvered. I think that Brian Kelleher could, you know, maybe do some damage, but in the end, I think Cody Garbrandt gets the job done. I think that he could neutralize anything that Brian Kelleher tries to bring if he is, you know, 100% in the ring. And he's still young, man. Like I thought Cody Garbrandt was old because I've been watching him on The Ultimate Fighter for years with Conor McGregor in the background just yapping at him, which is hilarious. But yeah, I think Cody Garbrandt's just getting a little bit better each time he fights, and he was impressive in his last fight. So I'm gonna lean Cody Garbrandt in this one. I got Cody Garbrandt probably by decision.
All right, cool. Now to our next one. We have in the women's bantamweight division, we got Irene Aldana versus Carol Rosa. And how I feel about this one right here is I'm going average confidence. Irene Aldana to beat Carol Rosa. I feel like Carol Rosa is the more well-rounded fighter. She's the more well-rounded striker. But you could be the more well-rounded fighter, but not be the better fighter. I think that's what the case is. I think Irene Aldana is the better striker. And I think she's the better fighter as far as this fight goes. As far as they match up stylistically, I think Irene Aldana is a little bit longer. I think she's a better boxer. I think she has much better hands than Carol Rosa. And I feel like the clear edge where Carol Rosa could find an advantage in this fight is in the grappling, but I have not really seen that grappling success from her. And if anything, she has been a grappling liability. We have seen her get taken down by a certain man. We have seen her struggle with who she struggled with. She struggled with well, we seen her get dropped by Lena Landsberg. We see her get rusted up by certain man, and it's Yana Santos, not Kunitskaya no more. It's Yana Santos because she married to Thiago Santos, but we see her struggling in the Yana Santos fight. In reality, she probably should have lost that fight, but I'm glad she won because I have picked her. But yeah, she just has not been looking all that good. And you could say Irene Aldana hasn't looked all that great either, but we look at who she lost. So she just fought Amanda Nunes, the greatest women's MMA fighter of all time. So she was supposed to get ran over. I mean, she probably could have got ran over, but hey, she still made it 5 rounds. That's what the best woman MMA fighter of all time. So yeah, I think she's a better boxer. And I think Carol Rosa's clearest advantage, she won't be able to use it to the biggest of degree. She's probably going to try to go for a couple takedowns, and it's probably just going to wear herself out trying to go for those takedowns, probably walking the shots, and just get outboxed and get outstruck to a decision victory against Irene Aldana. So in this one, I have Irene Aldana via decision. Not over to Nikki Betts.
Yeah, I'm gonna lean decision in this one. Uh, Irene Aldana as well. Uh, that's one I'm probably gonna bet, as well as one or two other things. I think it couldn't have been put better. You know, who did Irene fight when she got the dog beaten out of her? Like she stuck in that fight, but damn, bro, like she took a whole beating and still came back after, the very end. But I think Irene Aldana can learn a lot from that fight. I like that she changed with the bantamweight queen, or is it flyweight? Alexa
This might be
Grosso.
short. Oh, that's flyweight, flyweight,
Flyweight,
flyweight.
yeah. So she changed with her. She changed with Diego Lopes, and Diego just put a beating on my boy. Back, I think last week or the week before. I think the
Like,
week
probably
before.
2 weeks ago, maybe.
Yeah, but I think they have a solid team, and she could definitely benefit from being a part of that team and learning from their wins and learning from their losses. I think this is the time for Irene Aldana to bounce back, and if she beats Carol Rosas, which is very close in the odds, but I think she can get it done, and I think she can, start working her way up back to a title fight, hopefully, because I do enjoy watching her fight. You know what I mean? I'm from San Diego, so that Mexican pride is real, and I respect it, and I love that she's, you know a dog when it comes down to it, because she took a beating from Amanda Nunes, and she still came back, and that's just a dog. But yeah, in this one I got a Reno Donna low confidence. I think Carol Rosa could pull an upset, but I think Irene gets it done. I think it's over 1.5. But yeah.
All right, Aldana. All right, cool. Now to our next one. We have in the our first fight on the main card. We have in the featherweight division. We got Josh Emmett versus Bryce Mitchell. So Mitchell's coming in on short notice, and I have Mitchell average confidence to beat Josh Emmett. So average confidence Mitchell to beat Emmett. I think Emmett's definitely a tough test, but he's coming off 2 brutal losses. Like he took a lot of damage in the Yair fight, got finished that fight. He took a lot of damage in the Ilya Taporia fight, got his whole face rearranged, like his nose and face was falling apart. He got mushed up. You can say he fought a valiant effort, but he took a lot for that valiant. He would have been better off just taking a knee in the first round. It would have been a good look for his, I guess, ego or his perspective. But I think this one took way more damage and way more years off the little bit of years or whatever years he even had left in the game. He's already like pushing 40, take a lot of damage coming in these fights. Mitchell might be coming off the couch, but Mitchell's a much younger guy. Still got a lot to prove. Still got a lot of room for growth. Whereas Emmett's at the end of his rope. But it's still gonna be a tough fight. It's not like a stylistically good matchup for Mitchell or either guy really. But yeah, because Emmett does got solid wrestling defense, offense as well. Training with Alpha Male all this time, so he got good offensive wrestling, good offense defense, solid grappling. When you come from Alpha Male, you train with some of the best lighter guys in the world. And also some of the best wrestlers in the world in MMA. So he's prepared for what Mitchell's bringing. But I think Mitchell is just younger, hungrier, stronger, and got more left in the tank. As simple as that. I think he'll be able to work Emmett, be able to wear him down, to be able to start to get some takedowns, secure them. I think he also be able to hurt him on the feet surprisingly. Probably definitely with the help of the fact that he took so much damage in the Yair fight and so much damage in the Topuria fight Emmett did, that even he might be surprised to get dropped at one point by Mitchell. Mitchell might catch him with something he don't see. A little bit of awkward, probably catch him something like a little weird hook coming from a weird angle, probably sit him down a little bit. That probably start to lead to the avalanche. And then he started to get takedowns either, started to get control, started to take his back, started laying ground and pound. You just start to see Emmett, like, his health bar start to drop down. And then when the fight starts to go down, like probably third round, time right off the clock, and you just see, the bell ringing, he about to say, I'm about to lose another fight. He's gonna be looking, already he's gonna zone out for a little bit. And that zone out, that little lapse right there, he already just saying himself, get another loss on his record. He's gonna be, again, that little split second, that's all it takes. And I think Mitchell finds that opening, sinks in the choke, taps him out third round. So in this one, I have Bryce Mitchell via third round submission. Not over to Nikki Betts.
Yeah, this one's hard to predict and figure out. I think both guys bring a lot to the table. Um, I think Bryce Mitchell's definitely a game opponent for the likes of Josh Emmett. Um, I just don't know how this fight ends. I will bet this fight, not by decision or anything like that, or how the fight's gonna end. Uh, but I think both guys definitely put in a valiant effort, and I'll lean Bryce Mitchell, but I could easily see Josh Emmett stealing the light if he can pull an Ilia Topuria, which you're just a little tougher, a little faster, a little stronger, and you just beat the dog out of Bryce Mitchell, and it can happen. It can happen to anybody, but I think Bryce Mitchell gotten a little slicker after that fight. I think he's a little bit better. So I want to see him do something spectacular, which, beating Josh Emmett would definitely make it would impress me because Josh Emmett isn't, he's proved how good he is over, the past little while, and definitely done well. So in this one, I'll lean Bryce Mitchell, but I do like Josh Emmett as well.
All right, cool. Now to our next one. We have in the lightweight division, we got Tony Ferguson versus Paddy Pimblett. In hospital, but this one right here, I'm going average confidence, Paddy Pimblett. And a lot of this is definitely more so Tony Ferguson been on the downtrend. He's looking horrible after horrible, looking worse and worse every single fight. He has his moments in every single fight. He like the kicks against Nate Diaz. Oh, he dropped Michael Chandler. He dropped or he hurt Bobby Green. He had little moments in this fight. But again, it's just downtrend on downtrend on downtrend. And I don't think that training with Goggins is going to help him. If anything, I feel like it's going to make him a little bit less, fluid in his brain. So he's not going to receive the shots. Well, he'll be drained, probably skinnier, probably weaker. Better cardio, but he didn't need better cardio. It ain't going to help him. He already had more than enough cardio for 25, 50 minutes. So it's not like you fighting a battle on the streets to the death. So maybe that would help him. But in the cage, he had more than enough cardio for it, even 25 minutes. So a 15-minute fight, he didn't need more cardio. Maybe there's something for the mental aspect, maybe in his personal life, but again, I don't think it's gonna help him that much in the cage. I think there's like a lot of fighting. He's gonna have moments in this fight, but I think it's like an ugly, sloppy fight because Pimlin's gonna make it that. I feel like Ferguson's gonna try to fight more tactical and stuff, and he's gonna have his little moments there. But I think like when time is your time, like you could be the most technical fighter in the game. You start to get up there in age. Yeah, yeah, you start getting up there in age and stuff. Then you just start losing fights you should not, even lose. Like you looking clean, did some guy just land some sloppy shot and put you out. But let's pause the video right here. I'll be back. Like let's cut it here. Yeah, got stopped for a little bit there, but we're back. But just to really get to the point, yeah, Pimlet's younger. He's in his prime. Ferguson shot. I think Pimlet just gonna overwhelm him. He might be sloppy with it, gonna make it an ugly fight, but that's gonna favor Pimlet. He's gonna wear him down. Probably ugly scramble, taps him out late second round. So in this one, I got Paddy Pimblett via second round submission. Not over to Nicky Betts.
Yeah, I see this fight the same way. Tony Ferguson called himself the chief security officer for the UFC, but he's getting old, man. Like time beats us all. I do think I said in the past to Matt Frivola that I just want to see him fight Paddy Pimblett and win because of the fight that Paddy Pimblett had with Jared Gordon. But I made money off that. If he didn't win that fight, I wouldn't have made any money because I bet on him in one of my parlays as one of my locks, and I was like, I'm gonna ride with him. And I think he lost the fight against Jared Gordon, but I think he can redeem himself in this fight and do something spectacular. I do like Paddy Pimblett. I do like Tony Ferguson. So it's going to be an exciting fight for me, just like the next one on this card. I'm really pumped to see what these two guys can do inside a cage. But I do think Paddy Pimblett gets the job done. So I'm going to lean low confidence, Paddy Pimblett. But I do have a bet that I want to use for this fight.
All right, cool. So yeah, you're going Paddy Pimblett. Now on to our next one. We got into welterweight division. We got Shavkat Rakhmonov versus Stephen Thompson. And how I feel about this one right here is I'm going high confidence. Shavkat Rakhmonov to beat Stephen Thompson. I think Stephen Thompson's an amazing fighter, amazing guy. No way he calls himself, but I'm not going to forget the name, but nicest mofo or whatever. But anyway, he's a cool dude. Amazing striker, still one of the best strikers in the sport, still actively. But I think his time has come. I think, well, it's not fully done, but as far as in the spotlight, being a number one contender type stuff, that's beyond him. And it's Shavkat's time, and I think Shavkat's going to show it. And he's not going to give him the grace like Kevin Holland will. He's going to pressure him. He's going to tag him. He's going to make the cage very small. Might even do some low leg calf kicks. I know it's not in this game, but he might mix it in just to cut the cage off and limit Wonderboy Thompson's option. But yeah, he's going to stick him, like he's going to walk him down, stalk him, tag him with big shots. And if Wonderboy gets dropped or stumbles or a situation occurs or what the case, he just pushes him to the cage. He's going to create opportunities to initiate grappling as well. So he's going to tag him, pressure him. If he stumbles or if his back touches the cage, he's going to look to clinch him up and then look to oppose his size on him, his youth on him, his strength on him, drag him to the mat. And he's not going to be playing with him. He's not going to sign no agreement to strike with him. He's not going to sign no agreement to, I get one, you give me one back. He like, I'll hit you 100 times and I get nothing back if I have to. I'm saying it's not going to be that case, but he's going to go out there with a purpose and he's going to go out there to finish him, pressure him, tag him, make the cage small, hurt him, and then capitalize and submit him. I think he drops him in the first round and then catches Wonderboy trying to recover too quickly, snaps him in probably like a high elbow guillotine and puts him out first round. So in this one, I got Shavkat Rakhmonov via first round submission. Not over to Nikki Betts.
Yeah, man, I think the fighter in this is like the fighter in Colby Covington. I think deep down in his heart, Colby Covington's a nice guy. I think that's why Jorge Masvidal became friends with him. But this is the nice guy versus the not even a villain, just like the ultimate boss, bro. Like Shavkat's like you see minus 650, which Shavkat is, and you're usually like, is he fighting a no name? No, he's fighting somebody with a name. Wonderboy Thompson is definitely, did well against Kevin Holland, and Kevin Holland loves to stand up and box, and Wonderboy definitely eliminated the best sides of Kevin Holland. But I don't think this fight is the same. I think it'd be like if Hamzat was fighting Wonderboy. I think Shavkat's just as dangerous as Hamzat. I think they both have a lot of same characteristics. They can strike, but if you get them to wrestle, they will do what they know how to do, and that's win. So I want to see this fight. I'm excited for this fight. But I think everybody, just like the odds say, is going to lean Shavkat. I'll do straight up money line Shavkat to win. And if you want to know when, I have no idea.
All right, cool. Now to our next fight. We have in our co-main event for the undisputed UFC Flyweight Championship of the world. We have Alexandre Pantoja versus Brandon Royval 2. And how I feel about this one right here, I'm going average confidence Pantoja to beat Royval yet again. I think it's going to be a tougher fight. It's definitely got a concern. He beat him before and, stopped him. I got my concerns. Royval is a very wild guy. He could catch you with weird stuff on the feet. He could catch you in a weird scramble situations and tap you out. And I feel, even though he's not the fighter with the experience in the 5 rounds like Pantoja has more, I guess, big fight experience. He has a win over him. And, he obviously had the championship experience just beating Moreno for the belt, and that went 5 rounds. So he clearly has experience, and more recently as well. But yeah, Royval just a wild card, so I definitely got my concerns. But I'm feel like Pantoja can engage Royval and match his wildness a little bit, and it's turned into like a fight where it's a bit sloppy on the feet, really sloppy everywhere. But they're just letting it go. Like they're not trying to be pretty. They're scrapping. They see what's there. They're setting stuff up. They're trying to be technique, but at moments it just comes down to who wants it more, who could dig deeper, and who can win the scrambles. I think Pantoja's going to be the winning scramble. I think the striking is probably going to favor Royval a little bit, but Pantoja's going to grit his way and make it ugly when he needs to make it. Same way with Royval. But I think where it's going to be the most structure will be in the grappling. I think it'll be a lot of flowing, a lot of scrambles, but I think Pantoja will be able to make the better adjustments. He'll be quicker in the grappling department as he was in the first time. And I think it's a crazy back and forth fight, but I think Pantoja starts to settle the fight down in the grappling, starts to secure position, starts playing ground and pound, and then starts to exploit holes in Royval's game. Royval's a very, in my opinion, a sloppy fighter. And I feel at times he tries to jump and make, he tries to make do with it. He doesn't try to go through, he makes lots of shortcuts, a lot of just makeshift stuff in there. And we make makeshift stuff, you leave big openings. And I think in that, he probably might try to make a quick transition that he got away with lesser grapplers. But against a guy like Pantoja's gonna see that opening, probably us leaving his back exposed, advanced position, take advantage of you making mistakes, take his back yet again. And I think he submits him this time late second round. So in this one, I got Alexandre Pantoja via second round submission. Not over to Nikki Betts.
Yeah, this one's definitely a super wild card. I don't have faith in either fighter as far as them winning. Not because they're not great, but because they both are great. And I think they both, pose some serious danger to their opponent. I'm definitely leaning Pantoja, just because he's had that win and he knows what to expect. But I could easily see Brandon Royval, winning this, and the odds reflect as such. Royval's plus 165 and Alexandre Pantoja's minus 195. I think they both are very dangerous, but I won't bet either guy in the money line. But as far as my pick goes, I'll lean Pantoja. So in this one, low confidence, Alexandre Pantoja, fourth round submission.
All right, cool. Now to our next one. We have in our main event for the undisputed welterweight title of the UFC, we got Leon Edwards versus Colby Covington. And how I feel about this one right here is I'm going Leon Edwards, high confidence to beat Colby Covington. I feel like Colby Covington presents, interesting challenges. Even if you might say he's not, at his best, he's been inactive and stuff. You still got to respect his threats he brings, like high offense, high wrestling offense, just high output on the feet, high output in the grappling, chain wrestling. He's a very dangerous fighter to deal with. And that could be an issue for for Leon Edwards, who not necessarily traditionally a finisher, another decision type fighter, like a decision-based wrestler, a decision-based striker. But I think it's Leon Edwards' time. I think he's locking in. I think he'll be able to surprise Colby Covington in the clinch. I think he'll be able to surprise him definitely on the feet. I know Colby Covington is expecting the striking, but I think he's not going to be surprised by how hard Edwards hits, how hard it is to get a hold of Edwards. And then, again, especially in the clinch, we probably feel like he gets to the clinch. He's going to begin to snipe that distance. Then once he gets inside, he's going to feel like this guy's way bigger in person, way bigger in the cage. And he's going to look it too, I feel. He's going to once get in there, try and get to the inside, probably to the clinch. Edwards going to bring him up, get those underhooks, bring him up. And then Colby going to try his best to try to get back down to the leg, but going to struggle because Edwards going to keep wrenching up his head, keep, getting that head control, bring him up, underhooks, head control. And so he can't really get his takedowns like he wants. And then when he's not able to get the takedowns, he starts getting in some space. He's going to be hitting with elbows, slicing them up, dropping Colby Covington. Colby Covington's going to be short on answers, but Colby Covington coming in, he's going to be gritty, he's going to try to make things happen, but Edwards going to be dishing it back to him every single time. He's going to be dishing him at distance, dishing to him when he's coming in, dishing it to him in the clinch. But like I said, Colby Covington got a lot of effort. It's going to be a scrappy fight, but I think Edwards has been active. I think it's his time. I think he's in his prime. I think he's bigger, and I think he's better. I think he's more lethal, and I think he can surprise Colby Covington in every area. I don't think there's no safe area for Colby Covington. Leon Edwards is a very underrated grappler. He has submitted some high-level people. Don't sleep on his grappling. Don't sleep on. Matter of fact, if anyone could finish this fight anywhere, it's Colby Covington. Not Colby. It's Leon Edwards. He could finish this on the feet. He could finish this on the ground. Colby Covington kind of is hoping that he can put a grind on him and grind out a decision. But the one with all the finishing potential, the knockout, submission, or even decision, I think all that goes into Edwards' side. And I think he's going to put on display. I think he has a statement performance here. And I think he makes Colby Covington gets, exactly what he wanted for, wished for. He won this title shot. He feel like he earned it. He ain't going to show he did not deserve it. He's going to put a clinic on him. And I think he gets him out of there. I'm going to say third round TKO for Leon Edwards. So in this one, I have Leon Edwards via third round TKO. Not up to Nikki Betts.
This one's tough, man. I wanted Leon Edwards to win, but I've changed my mind to Colby Covington. And it's not because he's fake, because I do think he puts on a persona, but I want him to win for one reason. But irregardless, I think Leon Edwards is able to get the job done. And that's who I'm going to lean towards. I do like Colby Covington's ability to wrestle, and I do like his ability to stand up and strike, even when his jaw's broken. But it's not that I don't like Colby Covington because he's fake. It's because I don't like Colby Covington because he just like Stephen Wonderboy Thompson, he's already gathered all the fans he wants, so he can act normal now. I think there's a lot of eyes on him. I think he can, move out of that phase of just being super cringe and like I can't relate to this guy at all because he's so extreme. But I do think like Kamaru Usman said, Leon Edwards is his hardest fight, and I think it's going to be the same for Colby Covington. I think he's going to come out and be like, I didn't realize, you know, how much I was really dealing with until I was knocked out. So I think Leon can get it done, but I'm super on the fence with this one just because of what Sean Strickland did to Israel Adesanya right after Izzy knocked out Alex Pereira. So I'm super apprehensive about picking anybody, but I'll lean low confidence Leon Edwards.
All right, cool. So that's the predictions, and that's pretty much the video. But parlay. So first up, my parlay is going to be Leon Edwards. It's going to be Shavkat Rakhmonov. It's going to be Paddy Pimblett, and it's going to be Cody Garbrandt. So again, Leon Edwards, Shavkat Rakhmonov, Paddy Pimblett, and Cody Garbrandt. So that's my four with the final parlay of UFC for the year, unless there's some other card, but like this is the final card of the year. So one more time, Leon Edwards, Shavkat Rakhmonov, Paddy Pimblett, and Cody Garbrandt. And that's my four. So Nikki Bet, what is your parlay or parlays?
I'm gonna do Leon Edwards over 1.5. Alejandro Pantoja fight to not go the distance. Shavkat, Paddy Pimblett, Bryce Mitchell over 1.5. Cody Garbrandt, Irene Aldana, and that's it. So one more time, I got Leon Edwards over 1.5. Alejandro Pantoja fight doesn't go to decision. Shavkat, Rakhmonov money line. Paddy Pimblett money line. Bryce Mitchell over 1.5 in his fight. Cody Garbrandt, Irene Aldana.
All right, solid. You definitely gonna put some, I guess, stuff in the stockings for people's Christmas. So pretty much parlay there. I think it should hit, and that's the video. So that's our parlays. That's the video, and likely the final prediction video for UFC of this year, 2024. I mean, 2023, not 2024. That's next year. So 2023, and you'll be seeing us again with more predictions in 2024. And that's the video. Thanks for watching. Like, comment, subscribe to me, and like, comment, subscribe to Nikki Best. His video will probably be posted first, so definitely go over there, look at his channel first, subscribe to him, and then come back when I post a video and watch the video. So watch it twice, and get twice the intel, and just stay up to date on the pick. So you forget something, you watched it twice. So hard to forget when you watch it twice. It sticks in your memory when you watch it twice. And that's the video. Peace.